We're working on some of the practice problems. Specifically, we're working on dictionary problems 1, and we're working on the 9th challenge on this page. We're asked to write a function called addListToDictionary, which has 3 parameters, DCT, short for dictionary key, and LST, short for list. Each of those represents a dictionary key and a list, respectively. Given those 3 parameters, we want our function to return a new dictionary with all of the original key value pairs, as well as setting a new key value pair according to the given parameters. We want the key to be the key and the value to be the list that are given to the function. So if we are doing this, we have an example here, right? We're given a dictionary, we're given a list. We use our function, assign the return value to a new dictionary, and we can see that the value at the new key is our list that we added, and the value at the original key in the dictionary still exists. We're also given this additional sort of edge case to deal with. That is, if for some reason the parameter that's given that we're expecting to be a list is not a list, we just want to return a none-typed object. We can actually see there's an @ symbol here. This should actually be a octothorpe or a hashtag to say this is a comment, right? We want this to actually, this is just saying this will print the none type. But let's go ahead and dive in. First thing, I'm going to want to delete this pass. And best practice before we do anything else is to make a copy of the given dictionary. In general, we don't want to ever mutate any given parameters. There's one specific situation where you do want to do that. It's called a class method or a mutator method. So when you do that, that will be inside of a class definition, and it's a very specific case. And we'll get into that a little bit after the interview in the pre-course materials when we're learning about object-oriented programming. But for now, we just want to avoid mutating any given parameters. So we want to make a dictionary, a copy of that dictionary before we do anything else. Now, the next thing is we need to say if not type of list equals list, then let's return none, right? So if LST, my parameter LST, is not a list, I want to return a none type. That was the edge case I was told I have to take care of. And then from there, we have a pretty straightforward key value pair assignment to this dictionary. I'm going to say D with the square brackets key is equal to my list. And then the last thing that I need to do is to return that dictionary. If I go ahead and give this a test, I can see that it will pass all of my tests, so I'm in good shape. Just to show you what would happen if I were not to make that copy, right? If I just assigned D equals dictionary, or maybe I just skip that step entirely, and I turn this to DCT, and I turn this to DCT, and I run this test, I'm going to get an error, and it's going to say, hey, it should not modify and return the original dictionary, right? It specifically says we want to return a copy. So if I back out those changes, go back to the copy, I can see that this is the appropriate solution. And that's it for now. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.